should start with the next introduction, right?
Yeah.
Alright, this is Con once again sitting down with Minnesota from Santa Cruz. He's going to be playing tonight at the That's Sick show on the Crest Theater. Okay, thank you for agreeing to do this.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Okay, so how did you get started?
Well, my first introduction to electronic music was Justice.
Justice?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like a few years ago, and slowly I started going. I went to a few random raves and stuff, and slowly I got into dubstep. Started going to these more underground, I guess, festivals and stuff.
Cool.
And yeah, I got into dubstep, and I first actually started spinning hip hop, and kind of moved over to electronic music, and.
What was that transition like, going from hip-hop to dubstep?
Well, I went to a festival called Symbiosis Gathering, and that was my first, it was 2-3 years ago, it was my first big exposure to dubstep.
Yeah.
And after that I was like, alright, I'm spinning dubstep, it's way cooler than electronic. So yeah, I started spinning dubstep, and then me and a few guys started throwing shows, which was kind of what started Vital SC. It was under a different name, it was called Ride or Die Productions. Just randomly. And, yeah.
What is Vital SC?
Vital SC is a big production company in the Bay Area. Now they're throwing huge shows. They threw Wobble Land, which had Neuro, Skrillex, and whatever. And they're doing big shows now. But we just started throwing. It's pretty much the first above ground dubstep shows in Santa Cruz. No one else was doing it at the time. Really, there were a bunch of underground stuff going on, but I wasn't aware of that. So we just started throwing these small little rave kind of things, and then. We kind of grew and got bigger, and about 2 years ago, or about a year ago or 2 years ago, I forget, I left just because I wanted to focus on music and it was just too much work for me to do.
Yeah.
And I left it to my friends Santi and Robert, and they kind of took over and kind of blew it up, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
How would you describe it sounds like the underground dubstep scene in Santa Cruz really influenced you to go this direction. How would you describe your experience with it?
Festivals were the main thing. I just discovered there's a production crew called Braindance out there. It's run by this guy, Little John. He's been doing this, throwing electronic shows for a long time, for 10 years. And I just started going to those shows, and that really, the underground kind of community, it's come more above ground, but I just made a lot of friends, and just the community kind of, I just really liked, and they kind of pushed me to make good music, and everyone provided a lot of support for me, so.
So the community aspect of it really drew you in?
Yeah, because there's just support coming from everywhere, and I didn't think my music was that great, but there were a bunch of people were saying, yeah, it sounds really good, keep doing it, so yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
The craziest show you played? Please give details.
Well, I don't know. The last time I played in Fresno, I haven't been nervous in a while because that was a huge fucking crowd.
Really?
So yeah, that was crazy. Just the amount of people.
You're talking about Bass Jump.
Yeah, I'm talking about Bass Jump with Porter Robinson. I played after him. I was just super nervous.
What was it like playing in Fresno? Have you played in Fresno before?
No, I've never played in Fresno before.
Okay, so what was your first impression of dubstep audiences in Fresno.
I just was surprised because I didn't know there was much going on out here. I don't think there really was until, I don't know, I never really heard of a big, I have no idea, but I hadn't heard of a big show out here until that one.
Yeah.
And I expected it to be big, but not, they're just like, I walked out first time to see the audience and stuff, and it was just massive. And I still get nervous when I'm on stage when there's just a ton of people, and it just surprised me.
How do you draw inspiration for your music? I mean, it obviously sounds like you're spending a lot of time and committing a lot of your energy to making the music that we enjoy. So, like, I mean, where does the inspiration and the drive to do that come from?
I'd say, well, the drive, one of the main reasons why, I mean, I just love making music, sitting in my garage just making it. And, but, I mean, one big part of it, to be honest, is I want to do something, just to be awesome to do music for my job rather than go have an office job. Really? So I've been trying to do music since I was 12 and I got a guitar. I've just wanted to like make it in music, just because I love doing music, so I want to make my money off of that rather than work. But yeah, and then inspiration-wise, hearing other people's tunes, hearing any song, hearing pop songs, hip-hop songs, I'll hear random stuff that I'll just really like, and that will I'll take those different elements and inspire me. But I'm really, that's my main inspiration is other music. Is
there an EP or LP that we can look forward to from Minnesota anytime in the near future?
Yeah, I'm putting out an EP with Mal Label, which is a label based out of San Francisco.
Okay.
And, they're all my homies, and I'm putting out an EP on them called Ancient Machines.
Machines.
Yeah, it's 3 songs that are, they're like, I don't know how to describe them. They're bass heavy, like space music, I guess. And that comes out, that should be coming out the end of July. And then I actually just released an EP yesterday or the day before. I just released it, on maybe it was Tuesday, with one of my friends, Marty Party, and he's from New York, and we kind of started a project called Death Star. So we just released a free 4-song EP called Ultraviolet Halo. So yeah, you can go online, just look up Death Star.
Can we find it on your SoundCloud?
Yes, it's on my SoundCloud. It has a set, the whole, because I like to do as much music as I can for free. The only time I put out music on labels is if I'm trying to get, if it's a homies label, I'll work with them, because they're doing a lot for me. But it's also a good promotion tool. Otherwise, I try to, because you don't make that much money off of music anyway, so otherwise I try to just put it out for free. So that whole EP is free.
Cool. Okay, I think we have enough.
Right? Great,
It's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It sounded really good.
Hell yeah.